Hello, everybody. What's up? Friendly neighborhood Satan guy here. Check it out. For the old school people out there that used to watch Monty Python movies, I've been debating whether to say this or not. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. But the knights, when he said, "Are we all the knights of the and we are here to buy a strawberry?" Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, come on over here. Whatever. Okay, that wasn't good. I got one over here. Okay, it's not too good impression. Whatever. I ain't seen the movie in like 40 years. So anyways, so I thought he's got a bunch of guys right up on broomsticks, mop handles, or whatever, with a horse head on. And they're not on horses. They're pretending they're on horses.
Yeah. I see it, man.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
So all these years, that shit was in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell do you mean? It's the Knights of Knee here to buy a strawberry. What does that mean? All these years, I always ask myself, what does that mean? I don't get it. I don't understand. Right? Now, I don't believe there's probably anybody in the whole fucking world that's going to tell you this, except me. I'm sure people know. Do you guys remember Benny Hill show? The Benny Hill show? And the girls were chasing, the women were chasing him around in his underwear and shit.
Yeah. Fun music.
Well, they used to do skits, right, on Benny Hill, and where there would be trees, and they would fucking move around, bushes and shit.
Yeah.
Or he'd be trying to sneak up on some girls and he'd pretend he was a tree or something.
Yeah.
And he'd move it up.
Yeah. I remember that.
Right? So check it out. Yeah. Remember I told you that there's entities that are entering into our body through our knee.
Mm-hmm.
Through knee operations, and somehow they get into the knee, okay?
Yeah.
Alright. That's what I believe. So they're the knights of this is how wise they were back then. They knew this information, but they couldn't just come out and tell you. I can because I'm forsaken. So
Yeah.
I mean, nobody here telling me don't say this or that.
Yeah.
Like I said, if people were really so upset about what I was saying, then they come and tell me not to shut up, and no one does. So, and if someone was has really got a problem with me, jerking off or something, to I figure you might as well want to see. I mean, what the hell? Anyways, so if someone's got a really big problem with that, then they could do something about it and help me out and send me some company over here. But no one sends me any company, so I don't think anybody really has that big a problem. All right. So check it out. We're the Knights of Knee because we get in through the knee. Why are they Knights of Knee? Well, knights could be like knives. Knives of knee. I mean, it could be Knights of Knee. We are the Knights of Knee. We are the. Well, if anybody knows anything about the human body, and a lot of parts of the human body resemble each other. Everybody resemble each other, and the knee is another one that, if you look at it under a microscope, it's like there's a doorway there or something. Anyway, it's actually because they get it to the knee. and it could say you were knights like knives because knights always carry swords, right? Or they carry lances, you know, like when they joust, whatever. Lance. Okay. Well, you know, what do you call? What do they use when they do a knee operation? Do they use a knife or do they use a lance? A scalpel.
Yeah.
Well, isn't a lance another word for scalpel?
I think so.
I'm not sure, but you know, I'm going to medical school now, and you know, on DuckDuckGo and
No,
SafeLock, SearchLock, whatever. I'm going to medical school now all by myself, and learn all about outcomes and assessments and all that groovy shit. You know, what's a period? I learned what a period is today. What's a period? Well, a period that's a period of time that they got to be real careful about what they say, how to describe what's going on. That's another day, man. I'm gonna be a doctor for a long. Said, Doctor feel good. So check it out. Now, this is something I'm not sure I should say because, you know, I don't want to. But the thing about it is that everything I know, the military already, I'm sure is already aware. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's already millions of people. There's tons of people. Just if you're watching this, you know, and you're watching this, and you're just a regular old Joe, you know a little bit. Maybe you're a half-assed gang stalker person, you know. I mean, so you know some shit, you know. Anyways, well, why do they say we're here to buy a shrubbery? You know, so no, the word buy, right? Buy, like we're here to buy a shrubbery. Well, buy into, like buy. You know, the word buy, like could be go buy, or I'm gonna buy this lighter, or I'm gonna go buy the lighter. You know, or I'm gonna buy my time. You know. What? What's that? I don't know. All right, so now, so I'm thinking of the Benny Hill. You know, I'm thinking of the Benny Hill when he pretended to be a bush and right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo. So I saw a post the other day about the Palestinian kid that apparently was killed. And I'm looking, well, this is not the first time I've seen this. So I'm looking at the post, and I see animals that are, well, when your spiritual sight is open, and you can see in between frequencies, which I can, you know. So you see entities that occupy the opposite spectrum of light that you're usually looking at, you know, that we usually perceive, you know. And it's not easy to see. It's like if I draw a sign, if I make a sign, you know, and the letters are white and the back's black, whatever, and you're gonna read the letters are black and the back is white. You're gonna read the letters, right? You're not gonna look at the outside of the thing. Okay, well, in order to see in between frequencies, you have to be able to do that, you know. So I can do that. You know, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But so what did I see when I looked at the Palestinian kid who's supposedly died? I see these entities there. I saw, what did I see? I saw some animals, like an elephant or something. I think there's an elephant there. There was maybe a horse. I don't know. There's like three, I forgot what they were, but there's like three animals, you know, that were blended into the background of like the woods, you know. Most people you're not going to see it, you know. So, I'm thinking, so what is it? I mean, what is all this, you know? Well, I believe that maybe the entities that get in through the knee can actually take the shape of bushes, plants. And why is that about it? How can they do that? You know? How can they do that? You know? You know why they can do that? Exactly what I told you the other day. Because everything comes from the human body, man. The trees come from the human body. The bushes come from the human body. Our food comes from the human body. Everything comes from within us. Inside your vagina is a light. Everything comes from that light. You know? Everything comes from inside your penis. There's probably a light in there too. You know, that's why Motel 6 said, we'll leave the light on for you. Because the light's always on inside your vagina.
And opinion is like eternal. Right? Living on the sun.
Yeah, remember I posted the other day about how the penis is the same as the Talladega racetrack inside of the penis? Why do you think that is? Well, I mean, I'm not going to tell it. I don't fully understand, but it's probably... I don't really fully understand the wisdom there. I actually still have to research a little more. What is the you know, the total wisdom of why Talladega racetrack looks like the inside of your penis? Does anybody have an answer, devotees? You know, I can't give you too good an explanation at the moment. All right. Okay, so I saw the entities, and they were blended into the woods, you know, but I could see them. Now, what entities are these? You know, well, remember the Predator movie where the Predator blended in? You know, he looked like a clear guy, you know, clear, like you barely see, you can see through him, you know. But I don't remember him ever taking on the shape of a tree or anything. No, they just blended in. Like, okay, well, that's what they were doing, blending in, you know. But they did not look like predators. They looked like elephants and dog, you know, horse or whatever it was, you know. You know, maybe, you know, don't forget now, when I say the vile spirits of Jehovah, right? Before I thought Jehovah was my enemy. I didn't understand what Jehovah was. Okay? It's just the opposite polarity as me. So at first I was like, I hate Jehovah. Then I was like, wait a minute. He can't exist without me, and I can't exist without him. So, you know, it's just two sides of the battery. The battery's not going to work unless you get plus or minus. So, I forgot where I was going, but, damn, I don't think it's predators. Oh, this is what I say. Okay, so when I say the vile spirits of Jehovah, what am I talking about exactly? Well, you have a vial. Okay, I got a vial. Inside this vial is all the spirits that are encompassed within the spirits that straddle the frequencies. Okay, the spirits that feed off your fear. They feed off your depression. They feed off your alcoholism. They feed off your drug habit. They feed off your gambling habit. Anytime you create energy, they're there to feed. Okay. Now, these are not malicious entities. This is just how they survive. Well, I've seen them, you know, in the spiritual world, and they smile at me, man. They do not look malicious at all. I mean, I've come across some scary-looking malicious entities. Yeah, of course. But no, for the most part, they're not at all. It's just like that's how we survive, you know. I'm an angry ghost or whatever, you know. And when people get angry, I go and feed off that. Okay, so it's just how they survive. Now they're an essential part of the matrix. If we didn't have them, then it probably wouldn't work right. You know? Okay, so where are these spirits located? In your church, where they're fucking located. When people go into the church, And they started doing hallelujah, hallelujah, freaking out, right? Okay. And they started speaking, okay. So, what are they doing? Well, all the parasitic entities have come in through their crown because the pastor has worked them up into a frenzy, and he's raised their kundalini through the process of his sermon, you know. You know, so you get you're this to a sermon, you get inspired. Okay, so you're inspired. Then you got people next to you, and they're all dressed up. Everybody looks good, so you're on your P's and Q's because you're dressed up, and you want everyone to see how good you look. And that's fine. So you're already halfway there. And then hallelujah, and then the organ and everything, and jumping up and down. Okay, so what are you doing? You're raising your kundalini. All right. You're activating your energy centers, Like a doctor, when he gives you, my pervert doctor, when he wasn't even a doctor, but just child molester or whatever. So what he would do is he would open me up, He would just touch certain things you do, scary tongue, that's one of them, and hang your teeth like this is another. I could go through the whole routine, but it takes hours. Anyways. So what? So your crown's open in church. Now, if they give you wine, that even opens it even more. That's why liquor is called spirits. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then the host, a lot of people get mad at me for saying this, but I believe it's accursed. I believe it's made with semen. If you go back in the history books and read what did they do? Semen, ejaculate. And witches do similar stuff, I believe. Yeah, well, yeah. You can put menstrual blood in food and put spells on people like that. Stuff, yeah. Matter of fact, they did that to me. I believe that's been done to me. So on several occasions. Yeah. Yeah, that's the vile spirits. Now, so what do the spirits represent? Well, when you go into church, what do they tell you? What do they spread? What do they say? Love, hope, joy, peace. No, that's me. I'm not in accordance with that because that's first of all, I don't believe in hope. Hope is a wing and a prayer. No, I want confirmation. I'm sitting here and I'm talking to people, and what I'm telling you is because I've done a lot of research, and it's taken me a long time to come to these, revelations, man. It's just been, I've been thinking about how long ago was this movie, We're the Knights in Need, and We're Here to Buy a Show. 30 years ago? So 30 years I've been contemplating this wisdom, and I finally got it. So it's nothing overnight, Now, are they predators? I don't know. I don't think so. They didn't look like predators. They look like animals. And when I go out and take pictures, I can see into the spiritual world once I take a picture because that crosses the veil, the charcoal, like when they make the ice. Why they put charcoal on the bottom of the cooler and bury it? Because it acts just like you're taking a picture. It's creating a veil to bring the parasites into our world. Yeah. Because it's made with, what I understand, ice is made with ammonia, which is distilled urine. Okay, but it still has parasite in it because the parasite it never dies. It's not biological. It's synthetic. That's why right now we all have bubonic. Well, it's called bone hitch plague, but you know it as bubonic plague. Right now, everyone's walking around with bubonic plague, and nobody even knows because there's no side effects. Why? Because they're not biological organisms; they're nanobots. I told you this 8,000 times, but I never heard anybody saying want to talk about it. I couldn't possibly have a plague. Yeah, guess what? You got plague. Why do you think? That's probably why Selena and Taylor and Katie and all them, they don't come here. Because the producers know, oh man, this guy's got plague bad. All right, it's about 20 minutes. So that's what I believe is the Knights of Knee, and we're here by a shrubbery, is because they get into, spirits get into the knee, and that's why a chimpanzee is called chimpanzee. Also,
Yeah.
that's a little juicy tidbit for you. All right, y'all. Katy Perry, Taylor Swift. I don't know what the hell all that is, but I'm not. I'll tell you one thing. I believe you are divine souls and spirits, and yes, I believe that you definitely could have lived as anyone you say you lived as. I'm not taking it away from you. I don't know. But I know I did. I lived as one of those Egyptian people too, or maybe more. Amen Ra or whatever. Amen Ra means son and son of son. Seventh. I think that's where they got 7 sons, 7 sons.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. So it's Katy and Taylor and Miley. Miley, I don't know. I feel like somehow you're disappointed in me, but the last thing I want to do is disappoint Miley. Anyway, Selena, adore you, of course, and everybody else, Ariana, Demi, and Brittany, and all the people, the Kardashians, of course, Kendall and Kylie. You see, Kylie built an air-conditioned doghouse. You want to talk about an advocate for pets? Air-conditioned doghouse. All right, y'all. See you later.